What might be surprising to people, and basically anything sounds like it might be surprising if people believe there's only 50 to 100, but of those 50 to 100 or 10,000, like the US government actually holds cannabis patents as well. And so I'm curious, you said surprising, as you were going through this list of patent holders, what did surprise you? Like, who's holding a lot of patents? Like, what types of companies are holding these patents?
The database contains issued patents, and I was interested in active patents.
Hmm.
And I started reading, and one of the things that surprised me is I'm reading through, and when you're doing a patent, it's kind of like any formal study that you publish is generally you have to say, okay, I'm doing a study on this, and here's what other people are doing in this general area. Here's why what I'm doing is different from what they've done. And
Hmm.
so there's a lot of patents out there where especially in the medical area, where they say, I'm dealing with a pain product and cannabis is out there and it's used for pain, but I'm not doing a cannabis approach. I'm doing something else, but cannabis is there. It has problems. A lot of the psychoactivity is one of the big problems, but they're doing something else. And so I weeded out a lot of patents that weren't directly relevant because they were mentioning cannabis as being in the prior art, but not in the actual invention. And so one of the things that surprised me off the bat is how much recognition there is out there of cannabis. And this is in the medical area. Most of these are looking at therapeutics. So when you're talking again about Schedule 3 and people are saying Schedule 3 would be great because it would unleash the ability to do research, it would make it a lot easier. And while it would remove some hurdles, there seems to be a misnomer that there hasn't been any research. And there's actually been a vast amount of research in, where they're actually researching, they're inventing in cannabis, but also they're recognizing that cannabis is out there and doing something kind of peripheral or tangential. So that was kind of one of the big primary things that I learned. As far as that wasn't directly relevant to the question you asked. For country-wise, I was looking at patents where you have 3 or more patents, because
Hmm.
there's a ton of one-offs, and I couldn't get to all those. But if you look
Right.
at companies that hold at least 3 patents, there are roughly 30 countries holding patents in the US Patent and Trademark Office. And that I found really surprising. Countries like Saudi Arabia, which
Hmm.
was interesting.
That is very interesting.